Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of Talks with T. I'm your host, Letitia White, and I am so beyond grateful to finally get this started. It has been in the making for so long. I've been working so hard on this, and I'm so happy that it can finally be presented to you guys in a way that I really appreciate. Starting off, we're gonna, you know, dilate the air a little bit. We're gonna get to know each other. You're gonna see why I'm here. I know you're probably wondering, girl, just because you got a mic don't mean you got a podcast. But I do though. Okay. So I have been working on this since my junior year in high school. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to present myself to the world for the first time and how I wanted that to come across to the audience. And I wanted to get my theme all correct, get my colors all right, and see what was the real reason why I am doing this. I am doing this because I am a person what you would consider who have like an old soul. I have an old soul, and I feel like my take on things and my personality can really bless the lives of others. And I want to share the gospel, share my thoughts, share my opinions that nobody asked for, but you will receive. And really put myself out there. So, why did I start this podcast? I started this podcast for the main reason of mental health and how certain situations can have a take and an impact on your mental health, and how you can take yourself out of situations that you may have placed yourself in. And let's just call a spade a spade. Some people get caught up in situations where you really have to sit back and be like, and who set that system up? Not to point fingers, but like, you know what I mean? And in those situations, you're like, how can I get myself out of it? That's why you got me. It's okay. Breathe. Big Mama's here. So, a little bit about me is that I am not a senior. Oh my God. I am a freshman in college. I go to school in California. I have some friends that you guys will later on see in the podcast. Um, I come from a very big family. My family is mainly Liberian, and I have Liberian descent in me. Um, I'm very humorous, some may say, even though like 9 times out of 10, y'all, I be dead serious. Like people be thinking I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. Yeah. Like I'm not playing no games, I fear. But I would come across as humorous because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I sit high at 5'10" and a half. I ain't 6 foot yet. 5'10" and a half, and I got a little body on me. I got a little meat on my bones. Okay, and I'm. I don't want. I wouldn't say I have the most welcoming face from like a passerby experience, but with that, like I feel the need to really project myself as I am a nice person, but I have to go a little harder so people don't think that like freaking Goliath is about to charge at them. Even though I'm getting a little bit skinny. I am on the rowing team at my school, which I will not be disclosing, and in further episodes I will not be disclosing as well, just for my safety and for the others on the podcast. Um I'm like kind of freeballing this, guys, because I want it to be very authentic and I want it to be not so interview and less scripted than me more so like just talking to you guys. Like this podcast is based off of basic conversations, simple girl talk, you know, mi casa su casa, you know. Some of my hobbies, I love working out. I love a good activity, but I cannot run to save my life. I mean, if you put a dog behind me, but like, I can't run, y'all. I'm sorry. I might even give up because I can't run. Like, I can never pace myself. I love lifting weights. That's something I like to dibble and dabble in. I'm a good cook by nature. This may be controversial, but Liberians do have the best food in the whole of Africa. I don't care. I don't care. Shoot me dead right here. Liberians have the best food, and you know it. Like, let's just stop the act. You know it, I know it, we know it. So by nature, I'm a good cook. I like to spend some time in the kitchen. Not by choice though. That's like if I'm really, really hungry. Um, I've played previous sports in my life. I've played track and field, tennis, volleyball, basketball. Now I'm rowing. Very athletic. I know, very skinty. Um, One thing you will see on this podcast is a hell of a ton of brain rot, guys. I have 70 plus like screen time. Like 70 plus hours of screen time. Like I am booked and busy. It's not a video, not a meme, not a GIF, not a situation that out there on the web that I have not seen. You throw a reference, best believe I'm gonna catch it every time without fail. It's That's just me. You know what I mean? And that's just my, I guess, my MO, um what's another thing? I'm studying political science. I want to be an attorney in the future, you know. Turn on suits. Finna be me. You already know. But I want to be an attorney. I want to be a corporate attorney. I'm still deciding. I'm not sure if I'm going to really dive into the political sense of my degree. Cause I don't know, y'all. That's too much stress. That's a lot. That's too many different opinions. I can't handle. That's too many different thoughts. Too many people. I don't like it. I don't like it. But if I'm craving a little bit of, like, of attention that day, maybe I'll run. Maybe I'll jump in to the election. We'll see. But mainly to be an attorney. I want to reside in California for the rest of my life. I am from Pennsylvania, guys, but fuck nowhere. Like, who the fuck goes? Okay, I guess we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurrah. But, like, who? And we got the cheesesteak. And half of the time, everywhere else making the cheesesteak wrong. So, like, I don't know. I mean, we do have the pretzel factory. But is that really something? Like, I guess. Not to shit on my hometown, but, like, I'm from, you know what I mean? I'm from Pennsylvania, born and raised, never really moved. I would say I moved once and remained in Pennsylvania and still in the same region. Um, what's another thing? I love, love, love to get ready, y'all. That's something, if you see on my Instagram, if you see on my TikTok, I love to get ready. I'm such a girly girl. Like, I remember my mom telling me once, I'm like, thank God you weren't a boy because you would have came out gay. Like, I love to dibble and dabble with makeup. I love hair. I taught myself how to do hair. I taught myself how to do makeup. I know my face to a T. You know what I mean? Like, I really do this. Like, I love being a girl. I'm such a girl. I love my themes. I love my room is full of an aesthetic. Um, my favorite color is gold, and you see that, like, don't mind the broken nail. Oh my Lanta, guys, guys, that just broke. I swear, I swear. Follow me, camera. I swear, it just broke. Don't mind my nail. I know everyone's about to like zoom in after me saying that. I will find you, and it's not a threat. I do get compared to Medea like a lot. I get compared to her. I remember one time someone in like the high school bathroom, this girl was like, she was considered like a stoner, you know what I mean? Not to like put her business out there, but she was considered a stoner. I love her to death, you know what I mean? But she just came up to me, she was like, oh, like, you remind me of Lizzo. In what in what sense? You mind telling the crowd? In what sense? I remind you of Lizzo. How? I guess because I'm just like, I'm very outgoing, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I peaked in high school. It's okay. It's okay. I don't understand why people are like scared to admit that I peaked in high school. It's okay. But I also peaked again in college. You know what I mean? Because all that shot put weight that I was building up, I lost it. And I'm a little bitty follicle. Like, if you zoom in, I'm sure you wouldn't even be able to see me. Like, I'm a little itty bitty follicle. Like, I'm a little molecule in the air, a little speck of dust, just chilling here. So if you don't see anything on the camera, that's why. Hi. Um, Another thing I did go to high school in suburbia, so that does have a play on my, I guess, my personality. But I did go to a really, like, guys, I went to a really bad charter school for middle school. The flip in my life between middle school and high school has to be discussed and studied because Lord have mercy. That, guys, first day of seventh grade, there were at least 6 fights that broke out. Like, I'm talking about these bitches planned it out. They planned it out summer and they were ready when I see what's on site. And indeed, it was on site. And they had a good plan. You know, some people were fighting in the West Wing, all the security guards and police officers, because we had those, y'all. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. The police officers, they run over to the west side. Then another fight break out in the East Coast. Or the East Wing. Chili Max, sorry guys. But another tussle fight over there. So like they gotta run back over it. I'm telling you, if those kids really apply themselves at this school that I went to, they could have been really they could have gone really far. But with that being said, I like to think in some situations I can give some very valuable and some very profitable information or advice to another person. And it's a hard world out there, y'all. And it can take a huge toll on your mental health and it can really beat you down, but you got to keep fighting, okay? And I feel like it's somewhere out there and someone that needs to hear that. Maybe from me. But someone needs to hear that, and I want other people to know that there's certain situations that you are not alone with. You know, like there's so many people who have gone through the same situations and issues that you have faced and have not made it out, and you have. And they can also offer you information that you didn't know you needed. Like me. So, with that being said, we're gonna leave the yapping to the rest of the episodes. I just want to give you guys a formal introductory of Letitia and White, your host of Talks with T. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the podcast. And I see you guys on Tuesdays. Remember to tune in, turn up the volume. Deuces!